Every 10 years, Denver is required to redraw its council district boundaries, and the process this time around is close to the finish line. Here's a quick update on where we stand. Working on a truncated timetable due to delayed census results, Council has had just a few months to undertake this complicated and important process. Back in the fall, City Council started this journey by asking the public to submit their communities of interest to ensure representation and to help in defining the new council districts.
There were some in Montbello, East Colfax, West Denver, Union Station is a community of interest. So we did that work with interns and some of our GIS folks that created a report that we used as our foundation for communities of interest.
Each member of council was then asked to either submit or sponsor a map informed by this data. 6 different maps emerged from this process, each of which redraws the lines in a different way.
A couple council members worked together on one map, and then individual council members created their own map. I based my map on communities of interest and keeping neighborhoods together.
Communities of interest are just one of the many criteria that are either required by charter or asked to be considered when drawing the maps.
It also talks about compactness. It also talks about respecting boundaries to the extent possible. So say a highway, a major highway, a river. And then also we passed a resolution that talked about keeping communities intact as much as possible. So we have to take into consideration all of those factors, but most importantly, we have to make sure that we are honoring the charter.
The city charter mandates that the maps consist of 11 districts, have contiguous boundaries, are as compact as possible, contain whole election precincts, and that each must be as equal in population as possible, but are allowed a small amount of deviation.
It's a population deviation based on 65,000 people per council district. And so you take the council district that has the highest population and the lowest population, and between the two of them you have to be within 10%. And our current boundaries right now are over that.
With maps in hand, the council members went back to the public with a series of community meetings to gather feedback on these 6 maps. Community members also had the chance for a discussion directly with members of council.
A lot of the feedback we have heard is the importance of keeping neighborhoods whole. That was something that we heard that people in Denver really identify with their neighborhood, I think more than their council district. Equity is an important factor. The importance of identifying groups together. So East Colfax would like to be in a different council district because they feel more tied with Montbello. Keeping communities such as the Latino community in West Denver all together.
Council also convened a weekly redistricting committee meeting in which an independent facilitator is utilized to help gather data and feedback from the community. With the public meeting process completed, Council will now take the report generated by the independent facilitator and begin debating the 6 maps during their weekly meeting on Monday nights starting in March, and will emerge with one final choice at the end of those discussions.
It's going to be a really good conversation. I think that there's a lot of passion. I think representation is important for all of us. That's why we all ran. And I think it's going to be a healthy and respectful talk and debate about the merits of each map.
The final step in the process will take place on March 29th. By charter, the map must be adopted by that date, and Council will hold a full public hearing that night as they debate the final map.
To pass anything at City Council, you need 7 votes. So the map that has 7 votes that evening will be the final map, which will go into effect April of 2023.
Our next municipal election is in April of 2023. That will see a new mayor, members of council, and other officials chosen for public office. So make sure to make your voice heard and tune in to Denver 8 each and every Monday night in March as this important civic procedure takes place.